Welcome to the party, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Mr. Wave Dilmarth and
Hey,
Miss Pawnee Bryce, and we are celebrating. Finally, I've made it. I've made it to the exclusive club. I'm now banned from the LitRPG Facebook group. I'm so excited. Um, I I just I had to celebrate because you guys just showed so much support. You guys were so happy for me um, in the society, where all the cool kids hang out. Anyway, that I just had to have a drink with you guys. So first, I want to have a cheers with everybody in the Gamelet Society, everybody in the Lit RPG group, and all the authors and other narrators and other everybody who supports me and Sound Booth Theater. Cheers, y'all.
to the band.
Cheers.
Mm,
Dragon's Milk.
dragon's milk. By the way, what is everybody drinking?
I went to Starbucks this morning and got one of their new dragon fruit coconut things and I named it Dragon's Milk, but it kind of sucked. So I put it in the fridge and tonight I mixed it with Monster Irish
Ah,
and Captain Morgan.
nice. All right. That's
So I got caffeine, booze, fruit. I got it all.
quite a crazy concoction. I am at the moment drinking Aberlour. Is
I
that what it's
believe.
pronounced? Aberlour. It's a Highland single malt. It's quite good.
Pour a couple more and it'll be I believe.
And Bon, what are you drinking?
I'm on my second monster drink in 2 hours.
Oh Jesus! Oh my God! How can you guys? I mean, like maybe it's not as unhealthy as alcohol. Maybe I don't know, but
Alcohol isn't healthy.
Monster, man, that's rough. That's rough. So this is your breakfast, right? That was that.
Yes.
Yeah, your breakfast drink. So good morning.
Morning.
And yeah, so I also wanted to say one more thing before we start doing some. I don't know if we should do like I don't know what you guys feel like doing. I was thinking I would maybe read one or two chapters of the Land of Trademark Online, and I'm not going to be on here for more than like an hour or so. There's a bunch of fans waiting to hear the first half of Monster Hunt NYC, and I'm doing the first export right now. But I also, well, and before I say this, I think this is more important to say. Dave Wilmarth's Dark Elf Chronicles 2 just hit the market like
Yes.
literally a half hour ago or something. So go check that out, guys. It's on Audible. Just search Dark Elf Chronicles. You'll find it.
Makes a great Mother's Day gift.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's probably 50 to 70% off the original retail price if you're not a member. Um, oh, and that's narrated by Justin Thomas James, by the way, who has been absolutely killing it this year. I couldn't be happier with his performance uh, over the past 2 years, really. But he's really coming into his own, and he's just dominating with all these great books that have been coming out. So,
Get his books and listen to his deep voice. Put you to sleep at night.
cheers to Justin Thomas James, who I don't know if he's
Cheers.
going to join us tonight. I sent a link to the entire crew if anyone wants to join us. But now I wanted to toast to a very special person, Mr. Aleron Kong. Like in all honesty, I think everybody owes him to a certain extent because that lit RPG group was the first one. That's the first place that people started congregating. It's still the biggest group. I mean, and you can't. I mean, if you say nothing else, his marketing is on point in that he gets readers and he keeps readers. His books must be good. I haven't read them yet, but so many people enjoy them. Um, I mean, is he not the biggest LitRPG author out there? Like, has he sold more than anybody? It seems to me that must be the case. And him banning me got me so much crazy attention that I didn't even have to do anything. Here's the story, guys. I woke up this morning and I was banned. I haven't posted anything in that group in at least weeks, at the very least weeks. The last time I ever posted anything, I was either answering someone's question who had tagged me in the group or liking something that someone had said about me in the group. And that's about it for, I mean, at least this year. That's all I have done in that group. And somewhere along the way, either one of those likes was illegal or they were able to take something that I said and find a way to fit it into illegal and ban me for that. It could have been weeks ago that they banned me for all I know. I can't remember the last time I actually looked in there. So, but I just said, man, this is a great opportunity to show, hey, everybody, you don't have to honestly do anything to be banned from that group. And like, I'm not like most people, I'm not happy with the way he behaves towards other authors and towards the genre in general. And it really is an honor to be kicked out with the rest of you. I've been avoiding posting at all purposefully because I don't really believe in posting in a group like that where it's such a volatile, toxic environment. Where it's just kind of dishonest. It's not about the genre. It's a place where Kong can give people permission to have access to his readership. And he just labels it LitRPG in order to make himself look like he's creating a community based around the genre. It's just about him. I wish he would just say that. I wish he would just label the group that way. What's up, Steve Campbell?
Hey.
Good to see you, man.
How you doing?
Doing well. Having a great day. So despite what's happened, he's a professional. And he's done a lot for the genre, whether it was on purpose or not, whether it was the best way to do it or not. He's still a very influential person, and his influence has been so powerful that it's brought all this attention, and it's brought to light what kind of support I have in this community, and I'm grateful for that. So Kong, thank you for banning me, and I'll do one more cheers with you guys over this.
Yeah, that your announcement thread got a huge number of comments. It's one of the biggest threads of the year, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's probably the biggest.
It also inspired Mr. Harmon Cooper to do a seriously hardcore drop the mic
Oh
post,
my God, that was amazing.
for which he will forever be my hero.
Yes,
Right?
Harmon's post was amazing. Thank you, Harmon, for being my best bud in the community and going out in a blaze of glory like that. Shut down in a blaze of glory. Yeah,
It was beautiful. It was a thing of beauty.
it was indeed. Holy shit, Harmon. You're the man. You're the man. So Steve, what brings you to the party, man?
Well, I just never get to hang out, so I thought I'd like to hang out a little bit and see how things are going.
Well, you're totally welcome, man. What are you drinking?
Yeah, I'm not drinking any alcohol.
How dare you,
tonight.
sir?
Party foul.
I know. Sorry.
You could at least be drinking some liquid crack like Bonnie is.
Drink some for you.
Yeah. Cheers. Again.
This needs more rum. Pardon me while I mix.
Okay.
To
So
do this,
Don, I don't know
I
if
have
Don
to
is...
catch up because I didn't get a chance to see Harmon's post on there.
Oh man. Legendary.
It was a huge F you to Aleron and Evan and maybe a couple others. I don't remember exactly, but
Where
It
did he
was
post
beautiful.
it?
He posted it in LitRPG, and then he and I between us posted it pretty much everywhere else.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm sure the admins swarmed him like Zerglings and
Oh
Yeah, I'm
eliminated
my
his
sure it got
God.
post.
deleted and then
Yeah, it was deleted within moments, but he got a screenshot of it before it died, so we've been sharing it
yeah.
around.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bonnie just posted a link to it. I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
I can. I'm gonna click on it right now.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. Oops, it's gone.
Okay, so Donnie. Yeah, okay. Does anybody else want to help me narrate the Land of Trademark Online today?
Man, I don't have it with me. But I'll hang in and laugh while you do it.
Okay.
I don't have it either, but I would be honored to play around with you if you want.
All right, cool. So let me send you the book. What's your actually type in our chat here what your email address would be if wait, you're Canada, right?
Yeah.
.ca.
Oh, from my email address?
Well, it's just if I can't buy a Canadian version and send it to you, I don't
Oh,
think.
I see.
But hey, do you have Kindle Unlimited?
I don't, but it's not terrible for me to pick it up. I have no
Okay.
problem with that.
Let me,
I've been meaning to. I just never have a chance to do anything that I want to do.
all right. There's the link to it. And Dawn suggested chapter 33. How is Dawn so intimately familiar with this book?
I'm guessing
What I
chapter
want
30.
to know.
I'm guessing chapter 33 is the Red Dawn sections where she's being carried around in her sexy chair by the muscle man.
Oh man.
She's smiling at that. Yeah, that's what it was.
So Dave, I have to admit, I thought it was you who wrote this book for a long
A
time.
lot of people. I said I was going to write one like this, not this story, but a similar satire. And I even recruited a bunch of the authors that have been banned to do cameos in it. And I just got busy doing other things. But a lot of people thought it was me, and
Mm-hmm.
I would love to take credit for it because screw him. But it wasn't me. It
Now
wasn't me.
I'm pretty sure it was Dawn now. I mean, because she's handling the ACX thing, and like I said, she knows the chapters intimately.
Well,
So
I
she's
have
my
been
number one
doing
suspect now.
I have been doing my own investigation, and yes, the person that wrote it writes like they're European. They use S's instead of Z's and words like realize and but they also knew a lot about the little town where Chernobyl used to be and the subway station there. And not many people know that kind of information. So it might be one of the Russians too.
Could be one of the Russians.
Could be.
Okay. I mean, how many of the Russians have good enough English when you talk to them could be that they could be?
A few of the ones that are running, the Magic Dome / LitRPG books group could be involved. I'm looking at you, John Wally and Simon Vale and a few others.
Okay.
But I don't have a.
Dawn is trying to play it off so hard right now. Ha ha ha! You're all so funny.
There was a little break in Dawn's book production there when that came out, so it's possible that it was Miss Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
And she was around in the beginning when some of the inside stuff that was listed in the book, going back before Bagwell and including Bagwell and all that. So it's possible she's one of the ones that knows where the bodies are buried. It could be Dawn. Now she's going. Shh.
Yeah. All right, Dawn.
Is Dawn on the Hangout or is she on something else?
She's on the YouTube chat.
She's on the YouTube chat,
yeah, which
I
is
see.
I have broken out over here. I'm listening, watching.
I'll post
I
that
don't
here.
have enough screen space for all of this damn stuff.
I have a Mac, so I can switch through desktops real easy.
I see. Yeah, I have a Mac too, but I'm not as. I usually end up with just layers and layers of windows on one desktop.
Michael, yes, it's American English is dumbified. You're being polite, but yes, American English is done me fine.
Wait, Dawn's saying she can't get on for some reason.
She's having trouble getting on the Google Hangout. I don't know how to.
She's having technical difficulties. She just gets stuck on the Google screen and can't join.
Okay. Well, we'll start off with chapter 33. Let me know when you're ready, Steven. And we'll
I have
do.
it. I have it up.
Okay.
I
you
don't
have it
know.
up.
I haven't. I've been playing with trying to find the YouTube and get that going here as well, so that I don't
Gotcha.
not missing
Let me
as
know when
much.
you're
So I haven't
ready.
had a chance to skim through it.
We'll look through and I'll go ahead and look through and hand out roles here.
Sure.
All right. So I'll go ahead and be the MC. And I'm gonna just play. I'm gonna do this Russian. I'm gonna play this as a Russian guy. Let's see. Amard, who is this?
Steve, I just linked in the Google chat the link for the pop out YouTube chat, so you can just click on it.
And then there's Butter. I don't remember who Butter is.
Butter is the thief, cannibal thief. Probably that's a spoiler. Sorry, don't listen to that.
Okay. Amard.
Amard is the female party member that her power is drama.
Okay, so I will be. I'll be any of the females, just to unless Bon, you want to play.
No,
Okay.
not this time.
Okay, so I'll be the females and I'll be the MC, and then
I don't get any females.
I mean, if you want, I'm just going for qualifications here.
Oh, you're saying I'm not qualified to play any women. That's what
I
you're
mean,
saying.
not compared to me.
Whoa.
You got one that sounds like this. I can be a woman that sounds like this.
Yeah, yeah, you can
You
play
mean
one of those women if you want.
my woman who has a smoker's cough isn't good enough for you?
If we find one, I'll give it to you. All right. So how about you're just everyone else besides the MC and the women?
Sure.
So he's narrating.
Well, I think it's first person. So.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see.
I can just sit back and enjoy your narration too. I don't have to.
Oh no, we want your participation, brother. You're a narrator. Come on now. All right. Let's see. Just trying to. Steve can do a good woman, Dawn says. Okay, I just wanted to check to see if there's anything I needed to address in the chat before we get started.
Simple wants you to sing. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Okay.
I can do anything better than you.
All right. Chapter 33. Location. Serpent's Basin. Dungeon. This isn't Reptile's revenge, I told them. Not sure what to make of the place we stepped into. On the one hand, a virgin dungeon should have some awesome rewards. On the other, this wasn't the place I needed. Relax, Amard said. This is an open-world dungeon, but that means we are in a pocket realm that is a fully functional world. Almost. The description told us that there was a town here, too. What you need to understand is that open-world dungeons have smaller dungeons inside. We are in the right spot. We just have to find your dungeon within the dungeon. Oh, well, that's strange. Does that mean we'll get another first? No.
Sorry, is Butter? I missed who Butter is. So is that me?
Butter is a male thief. Won't say the last word because it's a spoiler.
Speak creepy.
Okay. Yes.
Butter interrupted.
The Dunjo, the god of dungeons, controls them, and if it really is another dungeon inside this one, then as long as it's not connected to multiple locations, we should get another first. It'll be another pocket world.
Really? Amard's brow pinched together as if she doubted the thief.
Really? The Dungeon of Dungeons wants people to visit his realm, so he rewards that. He rewards those that take risks and does so generously.
Butter had a dark smirk on his face.
I mean, your death feeds him and makes him more powerful. So if he can kill you in here, all the better.
Amard exchanged glances with me, and we both mentally shrugged at each other. You can be the system messages as well.
Okay. Point of view, shift, adjusting to third person limited. Done. POV, shifting to the father. Done. Re-engaging vision. Done.
In case you guys don't know this, the father is Aleron. Sorry.
Right. I landed in a small empty chamber, facing an iron-banded wooden door. Breaking in or out of this room would take a hell of a lot of effort. The click of a lock disengaging echoed in the room, and the hinges groaned under the weight of the door as it swung open. The father walked right through me, and I turned to see him approach a mirror with sconces on either side. Faint ethereal light radiated from the surface of the mirror and shifted as if responding to the father's presence. He stood before the mirror and cleared his throat before adjusting his robe with the cut-off sleeves. I imagined this is what a redneck priest living in the bayous of Louisiana would look like.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Show me the most of all.
The most.
Oh, most.
Yeah, drama.
Sorry.
Yeah. We need that. We need that. Is that not in your copy?
Which?
The drama part?
Yeah, it is. I just.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely read it.
Yeah. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Show me the most drama of them all.
The mirror fogged over, and then the father reappeared in the viewing area, only he was wearing a gown that did nothing for his figure, and a tiara or crown graced his head.
What the actual fuck, you goddamn mirror? Why are you showing me in my girlfriend's ascension outfit? And her crown? No one even knows about the coronation, so how can it be the most drama in the kingdom, you broken piece of shit?
Without waiting for a reply, the father stormed out of the room, and the lock re-engaged.
What a drama queen.
The mirror quipped.
I can see you. Is there something you'd like to see?
That's me, okay. I'd like to see Ro, the goddess of games. If you're talking to me. Confused and unsure, I blurted out the first name that popped into my head. The POV shifts took a turn on me because I did not think I could interfere with anything, especially considering it already happened.
I am talking to you. Your understanding of POV shift is limited. I'm missing this. I'm not catching up on what's going on in here. So the POV shift, you want that in the system voice?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That sounds like it makes sense.
Okay. I am talking to you. Your understanding of POV shift is limited because they aren't just a linear sideshow of events. This entire place is an instance of that event, and all the objects here are real. The only thing you cannot touch is the sequence of events you witnessed.
If you see a physical object in your instance, you could take it. Oh no, that's still you. Sorry.
Yeah. If you see a physical object in your instance, you could take it. It means it's still in the same location as it was during your viewing. I exist here and now, just as you do.
The mirror actually shrugged at me.
I'm imprisoned in this room by the father.
That's not any less confusing, I told the mirror.
You are watching the past. I'm an object that exists in all instances where I am linked. Currently in the room of the father's keep. You are here, as am I, witnessing the past. Locking me away is one of the many reasons the god of portals is angry with the father. You should know gods exist in all realms and instances. If you view her, she can view you, too.
That's still confusing.
It's pretty simple. You have created a temporary pocket dimension in which you watch events replay. This space is not the past, but physical recreation and incidents. The objects in place that the event occurred are the same as they are in your viewing. If you break those scenes, next time the father visits this vault, he will see them broken.
Interesting. Who else can interact with these dimensions?
I was getting to that. Viewing a god creates a link that can feel and follow. Did I miss a page? Sorry. No, that's right. Viewing a god creates a link that they can feel and follow. If you view Ro, she can find and interact with you here in this dimension. It's dangerous.
Wait, back up a second. If I take you from here, then the father loses the ability to scry? No more spying on others?
Now you're getting it, monkey. She only has to beat you over the head with it 3 times.
Shit tits. NPC, you ass. Should have guessed it was you that was screwing with me. NPC appeared next to the mirror as a stuffed teddy bear. He had a ghastly smile that looked like it had been sewed shut at one point. I felt that was poetic justice. One of his button eyes barely hung on by a thread. Stuffing spilled out of the rips and tears across his body. It was the creepiest damned toy I'd ever seen, which said a lot considering my parents made me watch Teletubbies, hoping my body would give out from sheer terror.
Yeah, I know, I'm a little threadbare. Anyway, it wasn't me putting you on, the mirror is sentient. And because the father doesn't carry the item with him, the object is unclaimed. If you take the mirror from here, it is yours. The father wanted you to know about the mirror, so he locked it away down here. The father wanted no one to know about the mirror, so he locked it away down here. It's free for the taking.
Yes, please, get me out of here. A face appeared in the mirror. You should see the crap that lunatic searches for. And he calls me goo. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, that's...
Who is that talking?
Oh, okay, that's the mirror.
Oh,
the mirror says, yes, please get me out of here. Sorry.
Yes, please get me out of here.
A face appeared in the mirror.
And is this the mirror talking again,
yes,
or is that,
yep.
Or is this somebody new?
That's the mirror.
Okay. You should see the crap this lunatic searches for. And he calls me Google, whatever the fuck that is. Okay, Google, where can I find a size-enhancing drug? Or, hey, Google, where can I find Chuck Norris? Hey, Google, find Betty White on Mr. Skin for me. I don't even want to know what his Queen of the Silver Bushes comments means. Hurry and pour your bag of holding so I can jump the fuck out of this shithole.
Are you two related? I asked NPC and the mirror.
NPC...
Okay. Yeah, this is the teddy bear.
Oh, it's teddy bear, okay. Hey, retard, make your choice. His time's almost up.
NPC growled. Fine, get in, mirror.
My name is Sevtia, and I'm a lady. Sveta. My name is Sveta, and I'm a lady.
The mirror said, and the reflecting material melted until it grew limbs and leapt towards the opening of my bag.
Thanks, NPC. I owe you one.
Before anyone else could reply, I was kicked out of the POV.
Point of view shift. Adjusting to first person. Done. POV shifting to yourself. Done. Re-engaging vision on and bodily control. Done.
This time, the POV shift happened so quickly that there wasn't even a lag in my movement. I was not sure I liked the point of view changes. The shift was nauseating. I liked the information they provided, even if it felt voyeuristic. The point of no return concerned me. When did my actions cross a line? And I became no better than the father. It was hard to conceive, but I wanted to believe he was a victim of circumstance, that he did not wish to become the deceiver he is now, and his obsession with drama was borderline manic. I have issues, but if Sorry, I should be waiting for you to take the dramas.
Ah,
I have issues, but if
drama.
was a woman, I'm sure the father would have her poster on his wall and the floor full of crusty socks.
You have acquired Sevtia, the Mirror of Worlds.
Svita.
Sevtia has a mind of her own.
Oh, sorry,
Svita.
that's you. Yeah.
Svita has a mind of her own, and while she is in your possession, if you mistreat her, she will escape. As an object, her uses are hers to reveal, and hers alone. Good luck, monkey.
For those of you listening along, they're saying that even Aleron's magic porn surfing mirror hates him. I mean, sorry, the father's magic porn surfing mirror hates him.
Oh, man. Okay.
That's awesome.
Disoriented from the sudden switch, the snapping of branches and blur of movement gave me no moment to recover. I stumbled back and fell onto my ass. So much for my high.
Sorry, I lost my page.
I stumbled back and fell onto my ass. So much for my high.
This thing switched over to me. It's it was in 2 pages, and now it's in doing 1, so I've completely lost my place. What
Do
the
you have
hell?
you know what I like to do now? I like to do the scrolling instead of page turning.
Yeah, that would be
'Cause-
way better.
Because that eliminates all formatting issues.
How do I turn that on?
If it's on Kindle, you go to the options, the
The
big
wheel.
A little a, and then there's you go down to continuous scrolling, which should be at the bottom of the menu, and it's a little switch.
Okay, it totally just signed me right out of the whole damn thing.
Oh,
This
great!
thing sucks.
Scrolling causes drama.
I'm gonna keep going. You tell me when you have your
Yeah, you go right
when you're
ahead.
back in. I stumbled back and fell onto my ass. So much for my high agility. However, the tumble saved my ass, so maybe my luck kicked in. Amard's hand glowed green as energy coalesced into empty palm. The snake came back to strike at me again after it overshot, and the green nature energy shot over my head and wrapped around the snake. Roots expanded out of the ground and surrounded the reptile with thorn-covered vines, pinning it to the ground. Its fangs stopped just short of my throat as Amard's root spell arrested all forward movement. My mouth opened and spat fire into the snake's evil face. Negative hit points floated above its head, and each tick of damage, the numbers grew exponentially larger until it stopped moving, and we all smelled the delicious aroma of cooked snake. Dodge +1. Fire breath +1. Damn it! Those things are insanely fast! I growled. But Butter was chuckling as he picked up the fried snake and broke its crispy skin off. Rooting around, he came out with a chunk of cooked flesh and ate it. Find it yet?
I'm getting there because this is just ridiculous. I can't get the settings to go at all.
All right, I'm taking a drink break.
Okay.
Drink break.
Your next line is could use some seasoning, and that's butter. So be
Yeah, I
sure
think
to
I
be
found it.
extra creepy. I'm drinking a Lagavulin now, by the way. Anyone's wondering. It's the Game of Thrones version. It's the House Lannister version.
Okay, I'm ready to go whenever you
You
are.
got it? All right, let's do this. Could use some seasoning.
I got Game of Thrones booze too.
Nice.
Could
Oh,
use
that's
some.
the White.
Oh, sorry, go
the White
ahead.
Walker. Nope, you go.
Could use some seasoning, but burned
Burn.
steak meat
That's you.
isn't bad.
Butter got up and almost walked away before snapping his fingers.
Oh, and you should be careful using fire in a forest, even if it is a jungle.
Why? Rather burn the thing down and all the fire blasted snakes with it,
He has a point.
the druid said. He
Except,
says-
I think this is the thief, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Except you risk pissing off the god of dungeon servant, whoever that is. They maintain these realms to make sure everything runs smoothly. Burning down an entire forest has consequences. In this place, a servant could have the powers of a god.
Understood. No burning down the forest. What if it was an accident? I asked. Butter gave me a dirty look.
I'm serious.
Why? Just don't do it. Wait. No, I'm serious. Okay, I'm serious. I'm serious.
Why? Just don't do it.
Too late. I pointed over his shoulder. All right. Man, I actually kind of want to read the rest of this book. This is hilarious.
There do be some funny bits.
Okay, so wow, we've got a lot of chat to catch up on.
Holy crow.
So the next thing you should do a search for Red Dawn. Is it Red Dawn? Is that your character's name, Dawn? No. It's man chap something. It's a what's your character's name, Don? He doesn't know.
James Baldwin says you can't do a Russian
Oh,
accent.
Adam's
Oh,
got
there
it.
it is.
Daws of the Chapped Man.
That's what it is. If you do a search for Chapped Man,
Chapped Man.
Chapped, CHAPPED,
Oh, man.
you should find her scene.
Glorious.
Her she gets carried around by sexy man slaves.
Can we do a word search? We find it?
Yeah, if you do Chapped, CHAPPED.
Chapter 4 is really, I mean, that's really early. But she's all over the book, apparently. Let's maybe just start from the beginning of chapter 4.
I don't know why this is like the worst setup on here for this Kindle Unlimited thing. And I can't find the settings thing to get it fixed so I can make it an easier go for me. It's ridiculous. Okay, chapter 4, location shred it.
Chris, what post from me for what?
Sarge just suggested that you guys blackmail Nick Podell into doing this audiobook. As much as I would love to see him do it, I'm going to discourage that behavior. Way to go. Let's see. Michael Polson Durr says, if someone contacts Nick Podell to get a price estimate, I say we start a GoFundMe.
That would be quite the moral victory.
Oh, yes, it would. It would be amazing.
It would be awesome.
Use the GoFundMe to pay. Dave says, use the GoFundMe to pay him twice his normal rate.
I wonder what Kong's reaction would be if Nick Podell.
I wonder if he would
narrated
actually go
the
for it.
parody.
Like, does it?
Oh, man.
I'm not sure if he's familiar with all of the drama that goes on with that series.
It would be hostile. His reaction would be hostile.
Man,
Which
I
would
would
make me
cry
happy.
laughing. That would be the most justice. That would be the most great justice.
I seriously might reach out to him on behalf of whoever NPC is.
He might move every single pig. He did that. Okay, let's see.
I need to be looking through this.
Baldwin says nuclear. Yeah. While we're enjoying silence, I want to hold on.
I just wanted to look through the chat. I'm good.
Just in case they're watching, I don't see them in the chat, but in case they're watching, I want to wish my parents a happy 50th anniversary today.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Aw,
50?
very sweet.
50.
Hell yeah.
I'm an old
That's
man.
amazing.
That's some high quality peoples right there. All right.
Yeah, 50. That's impressive.
I couldn't do it. I don't generally make it to 50 days, let alone.
All right. So chapter 4, location shred it. We'll just keep the same casting policy.
Yep.
All right. Chapter 4, location shredded. Shredded almost pulled me away from my quest a few times. The town was busy with a lot of layers, and I imagined once I started exploring, it would trap me within its walls for days. I've never played anything with the level of detail this place had. Truthfully, the game mechanics, while more realistic, hadn't changed all that much. Passing through, I realized that Shredded was massive, but it was subtle. It did not feel crowded, except the market district, which had people swarming the stalls and the shops. Not that it overly mattered to me, because they were merchants. They sold shit. What else did I need to know about these rich, boring assholes? It was not until a merchant tried to buy my
Bag of holding.
that I even remembered it was there. Shit tits, I muttered under my breath, and briefly wondered if that was my compulsory still, or if I just got used to using it.
Inappropriate outbursts. +1.
Is that a real skill? I wondered, and swiped the message away. My bag had stacks of every type of metal, and most I had never seen before. I also spotted a shield, a sword, a dagger, and a metal fist gauntlet thing. The metal fist intrigued me.
Item. Metal Fister. Mr. Fister. Details. This item is for unarmed combat, and the user wearing it is not considered armed. The entire glove is one seamless piece of metal, but it's enchanted to resize to the user. Just grip the handle inside the glove, and it'll close around your fist. The fingers will not bend, and once your hand is in it, the only way to get it out is to use the safe word, fisting. Item type: magic weapon, rare. Durability: impossibly durable. Damage: 10% increased damage to unarmed combat, but only for the fist equipped with the item. Effect: concussive blast. Creates a concussive blast through the surface of whatever it strikes. The blast is considered an area effect and will harm allies and foes. Type: activated. Effect duration: once a day.
There were quite a few leather pieces of armor, such as a single pauldron, some greaves, 4 vambraces, and a cuirass. My starter boots would have to do for now, but once I had all the pieces on, I felt good. It was lightweight and made little noise when I moved. It was awkward trying to wield the multiple weapons, but switching them around did help. The dagger and metal fist went to my lower arms. A sword and shield were gripped by the hands on my upper arms. Reversing the grip on the dagger, I found that using them for supporting attacks worked best. It was going to take some time getting used to, but the game provided the knowledge. I just had to use it. The training yards had dummies that I used. Swinging my weapons over and over again, I managed to find a rhythm that worked with my 4 arms. The extra arms felt good, and I had spent years with the useless appendages hanging off my lower chest. After I had worked up a sweat, I paused to take some water from my inventory and noticed a woman off to the side watching me. She was sitting in the shade and had several lizard men with oiled skin and the muscular bodies of the Greek gods. They were feeding her grapes, giving her wine, fanning her, and even rubbing her feet.
Go Dawn.
Hello, handsome. She smiled at me. I am Dawes of the Chapped Men Harem, and I cannot say that I have had the pleasure of a 4-armed man sharing my bed. How would you like to join my harem? Um,
Is this
Okay,
must be a
so
guy, I think.
okay, yeah. So these are two lizards that are going to talk.
Lizards. We have beefcakes every morning. And then is this
Yeah,
another?
it's both. It's just two
Okay.
lizards.
We have beefcakes every morning. Beefcakes! And Polish sausage. The meat is still inside the skin.
I blushed, realizing that her lizard men were rubbing themselves all over her, and she was scraping her nails across their perfectly toned abs. The men were even rubbing against each other, and I backed away slowly. Thanks for the offer, but I have a girlfriend.
Smooth talking, +1.
Sure you do. Dawes smiled at me while running a finger alongside the exposed inner curve of her breast. Tell you what, I will keep it as an open invite. If you ever want to join us, you can go to my mansion, Society Street. I'm sure you will figure out which home I own. I'll personally feed you beefcakes made by Lino, a fierce warrior and a fiercer chef. That Catman makes a mean beefcake.
Look at that, Don. You fogged up his glasses.
Yeah, you're fogging up my glasses. Also, it feels like there's something in my eye. Dawes snapped her finger, and her chapped men picked up the palanquin? How do you pronounce that? I've never heard of that.
Palanquin.
Yeah. And her chapped men picked up the palanquin and carried her off. After she left, I realized I had no idea what a beefcake was. Oh, bravo,
Way to,
Don.
way to go, Don. Don't take no for an answer.
Yay, Don.
You wrote yourself so accurately. You had me in tears. So, okay.
Steve, they're trying to find. They're in the guys in the YouTube chat are trying to figure out where they know your voice from.
Oh. That's because I narrate under a couple of different names.
Yep. He's not going to reveal it. Just not going to do
Jeff
it.
told me I'm not allowed to tell anybody who I am.
No,
so.
I didn't say that.
Told
I'm just, I'm just trying to back you up in case that's your decision. So if you want to be like, no, Jeff, I could do what I want, then you can do that if you want. But I'm just here to back
There's
you
there's a few people out there who know who I really am.
up. All right. So yeah, so that's the two chapters. I say we have at least another 10 minutes to hang out. So what should we do?
questions from the gallery, maybe.
I think that's a good idea.
I'm falling way behind in the chat. I gotta.
Sarge guessed that you're Armin Taylor.
Armin Taylor.
That's flattering, right?
That is. It's very
They've
nice.
guessed Steve Bell Davies. They've guessed Steve Morse. I may have missed other guesses moving fast.
I narrate under Steve Campbell, but that's probably not what most people on here would know me as. So, but it's not a Steve, I'll give you that.
He says, I imagine this guy saying Tara, and it sounds very familiar, very similar.
Tara.
Don's giving
hints. Don's giving hints. Well, Don would know. Yeah.
He's Batman.
I'm Batman.
Okay, yeah. So let's do a Q&A. We got two amazing authors with us. We got a new but talented narrator on this from the scene. And I mean, I guess you guys can play 20 questions with Steve if you want to find out what his more familiar voice to you guys will be.
Yeah, I
And you can
play
ask me
20
things.
questions. Yeah.
Michael Paulson Durr says, I know him. I heard several of your books lately.
Oh, thanks, Michael. I hope you enjoyed them. Haha.
He's a mysterious Viking dude from
He is a
somewhere
mysterious.
across the pond.
He is a mysterious Viking dude. Michael, are you? I can't remember where you're from. It's not Iceland, is it? That would be cool. Dude, I have to go to Iceland. Like next year.
You should. It's a very cool place.
Man. The birthplace of the goddess of music.
Birthplace of the goddess of music.
Yes, sir. Someone in the chat can guess who that is. Oh, he's Danish. New Hades wants you to speak for 2 minutes straight, Steve.
Me to speak for 2 minutes straight.
Yeah, maybe
Hmm.
maybe you should pick up chapter 5 or something. You don't have to go. You don't have to be Russian though.
Years ago.
Yeah, no, my Russian is weak. I had the Russian boss in one of the jobs I did for his
The Batman
narration.
voice.
Yes.
James Baldwin says in the Batman voice. Michael Polton Durr guessed the goddess of music correctly.
New York.
Yeah.
That's who you should cosplay at the next Dragon Con, Jeff, instead of being
Maybe I should. I'll just wear a swan. I'll wear a dead swan, and that's it.
a great big old swan in tights.
Oh, Danish.
Now I don't know if I want to
That's
go to
awesome.
Dragon Con.
Bitman. That's right, Baldwin. Bitman. I am Bitman.
Russian Batman?
Yeah.
A Russian Batman.
Sarge
I'm
got it.
Russian.
See that? Sarge got it.
He
He guessed it. Good work, Sarge.
That just popped up for me. I'm lagged, I guess.
Well, it hasn't come up for me yet.
It's right after Dawn says cosplay.
Oh, yes, I am. Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing how we're able to clone ourselves, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
There is nothing. There's
Steve is
nothing.
actually Jeff Hayes, and he hired me to pretend for the past, 3 years to be.
been his beard.
Yep.
So you want to spend a couple minutes talking about the here now?
Oh, that's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
So, the Here Now Festival. It's gonna be interesting at the very least, and I'm looking forward to seeing so many people there. We have Charles Dean, Dave Wilmarth, Harmon Cooper, and Ramon Mejia, and Dakota Crowd is going to be there as well. And he's actually joined the panel late, but he's going to be on the panel. We're going to have a panel at 11 o'clock on Saturday, June 8th. Yeah, in the big Kansas City library at the Plaza. And we're going to be talking about LitRPG. We're going to be talking about what it's like to be indies, and what LitRPG has done for the indie community. And man, I have a lot to say on this subject because I'm the kind of person who just I can't handle corporate atmosphere. I can't handle the corporate attitude. And that's how for a very, very long time that was the only way to make it as an author or as anybody in this industry, was to be in with the corporate mainstream. And now it's not the case. ACX has made that possible. Amazon Kindle self-publishing has made that possible. And I think we all in the indie community get upset at Amazon a lot because they're our only source of publication at the moment. They're our only option to do what we want to do, but at the same time, they were the first option. And I think that if we do away with the bullshit, and even though they're corporate too, they allow for this indie atmosphere, this allow for us to just create communities where we market to each other and market to each other's fan bases and just kind of foster an environment where we're all interested in the same things, and where we can all create this world together. It's kind of interesting that actually that I'm bringing that brings us up, because I think the Aleron Kong thing is, I mean, from a short-term perspective, it's evidence why the indie market is bad. But I think if you look in the long term, someone like Aleron Kong would be the head of a corporate atmosphere, right? He's the kind of guy who would move up in the ranks really quickly, and who would have, you know, I wouldn't be able to give him the finger when he bans me.
Cubicles full of knocks.
Yeah, exactly. So if it weren't for the fact that this is an indie atmosphere, he would just be running things, you know? But because this is an indie atmosphere, we can fractalize, we can break off into however many sections that we want to, and we can gather around the things that we all value. Collect, not, I don't want to, I hate the word collectively. We can gather around the things that we value when we want to, and break away when we start to see those values betrayed, so um I think that this is a perfect example of why the indie market is better, because we have more control of our destiny, we have more control over the products, we have more access to the fans, and the fans have more access to us. And lit RPG in and of itself sort of represents a kind of um collaborative control over the stories. I think what attracts people to lit RPG is the fact that they kind of feel like they're participating in the action. I mean, they're not, obviously, but they're in that video game mindset. They're in that same mental space that they might be if they were playing a video game, and so they want to see what happens next so bad, because usually they'd be able to just do it on their own. And it's like because the authors are gamers as well, these readers are seeing a lot of what they would do themselves in the gameplay, and it's just more intimate, you know. And
You
I
know,
think,
if you do it right, you take a group of people with some of the shortest attention spans out there, which is gamers,
yeah,
where you get instant gratifications, and they follow along at the speed of reading with the little game that you've written, the quest lines and the dungeon runs, and it would be much faster if they were playing the game. But if you can hold their attention, they're fiercely loyal.
absolutely. Yeah, that's totally the truth. And I think that's why lit RPG is just thriving so much. There's just so much interaction. There's so much community happening, and
I
man,
think
I'm just
I
really
think that one of the things I love about the lit RPG is that the people who really enjoy fantasy or enjoy sci-fi and that kind of stuff, you get tired of the tropes where it has to be something where a wizard comes into a town and they're destined to um, save the world, or they fall into something, and they're just kind of like stumbling through something that they don't really know or understand. Whereas in lit RPG, the hero, the main character, they have a goal, they have purpose, and so they know, they're thinking strategically when they come up to something. They're considering, if I do this, then this will happen, but my main goal is this, so I need to make sure that. And they have those decisions, but they're always aware. It's not like things are just happening to them and they're just trying to stumble along and make their way. They're more intentional about what's happening to them, and I think that makes it a little bit more interesting and dynamic when it comes to these kinds of stories. At least for me, anyways.
Well, and you see a lot of comments from gamers in the various groups talking about how the games that they love kind of lost their luster, and they're flat. They seem flat now compared to the lit RPGs that they're reading.
Yeah. Well, how many lit RPGs have you read where it's just like, oh man, if this were a video game, oh come on, somebody make it.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. They are worlds that, you know, with fantasy, with regular sci-fi, it's cool to like sit there and speculate and imagine what is going on in that world, what's going to happen next. But with lit RPG, like you're saying, it's more than that. It's God, I wish I could get in there and do something. I can,
Yeah.
like, they actually lay out the the mechanics of the video game to a point that people can if they actually extrapolate everything from the stats, they could possibly even build the mechanics right there, and they could fiddle with it and make predictions and speculate exactly what they would do in those scenarios. So
Speaking of making the books into the games, hats off to Jeffrey Falcon Logue, who,
yeah,
by the way, is one of the band. Uh, he's actually created his own game based on his Slime Dungeon series and a side scroller game. I don't know if you guys have seen it on. There's been a few samples on Ramon's podcast, but he's actually gone and done it. He's designed and is creating a game based on his books.
yep,
That's awesome.
yeah. I've been doing the sound design for it.
Oh, right. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's been fun. Uh, I I'm looking forward to doing more. It's like a kind of a step by step process right now, and I think I've done audio for like 3 levels so far, and as long as he keeps me updated, ahead of time, I can keep working on it, and keep bringing out, helping him with that. But man, it's really great that I feel like everyone in this community is expanding their horizons and branching into more media, and that's a great thing, man. That's it's like it's grassroots media emerging from what I don't know. I feel like novels are sort of the base component of any kind of art. Like, it's all text, which is just so rudimentary and gets to the core of what it's all about, and so everything can be extrapolated from text. Like, there's so much that can happen in the imagination from just reading things.
Yeah, I
So
mean, I think something like half of the movies that you see started out as novels and were converted, except for freaking all the Marvel and DC movies. Those are
Well, those came from the comic books, right?
yeah,
Which is another.
yeah,
yeah, exactly. It's almost as grassroots as just a novel. There's a little bit
Mhm.
more production to it, but at the end of the day, it's basically the same thing. And I'm one of the first to admit, man, those MCU movies got me hooked. I love that shit. I really
They're
do.
great. And
Yeah,
I mean, they finally, when they figured out, when Marvel Studios figured out how to actually start doing things themselves and coming from the comic book perspective rather than trying to reinvent it and make it something completely different, they actually had something that worked.
hmm,
And that's fantastic.
no Endgame spoilers for you people in chat. I haven't seen it yet. I will come find you.
yeah, yeah.
You have to be careful watching the new Spider-Man trailer. They have a
Oh,
warning that there's a spoiler alert on the new Spider-Man trailer.
I can't wait
You're
for the
like,
new Spider-Man.
oh, it looks awesome.
I love Spider-Man so much.
Oh,
Have
Sarge
you
says he has a question.
have you seen the new trailer, Jeff, for the
Yes,
new Spider-Man?
it's so good.
Were you thrown by the fact that Mysterio is now a good guy?
No, it's Mysterio,
Oh,
dude. Come on.
but Mysterio's in the comic books. He was a bad guy. He was a nemesis of Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. But
The
he was
special
also,
effects.
yeah, he's a special effects movie guy,
Yeah.
actor, bullshitter, right?
Stuntman.
He's a bullshitter, man. The trailer
Yeah,
is purposefully trying to set you on the
you
wrong
think
path.
so?
Yes,
I wondered about that. I wondered.
yes.
Because it seemed like he befriended
Prestidigitation.
him quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about any spoiler stuff. I won't go there.
No, I'm not either. But dude, he is bullshit. I'm telling you right now, he's bullshitting.
Sarge has a question. It says, out of all the various lit RPGs out there, which of them would you like seen brought into either a movie or a TV series?
Oh, dang.
A good question.
Actually,
You know-
answered that in one of the groups the other day. I would like to see Chatfield's Emerilla series turned into films or series, just because of the huge, epic battles and the big, massive magic explosions in the floating cities and the space fleets. I mean, the special effects opportunities in that would be amazing.
I'm gonna have to say Delvers. Delvers as a animation. I really like Delvers a lot, and I think the characters are really rich. And
So who do you want to play Thirsty?
okay, who's the dude? Who's the dude with the stupid thing on his forehead from Stargate TV show?
Oh, Christopher
Judge.
That
Christopher
guy.
Judge, yeah.
I can't remember his name.
That guy.
You want him to be thirsty? You want him to be the fashionista?
Yep.
That would be funny.
That would be
That'd
amazing.
be hilarious. Yeah, absolutely.
I was thinking like RuPaul or Sarge RuPaul.
No, he's too obvious and too expensive.
How about Orlando Jones is maybe his name, the guy from Evolution, and I
Oh, Orlando.
think it's Orlando Jones, but I'm not positive. You know who I'm talking about.
I think I do.
He was in the movie Replacements with Keanu Reeves. He played the receiver with the stick among his hands.
It's Orlando Jones. It's
Orlando Jones, yeah.
He'd probably be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, ELLC as an anime. That would be cool. That would be cool too.
Sarge wants to know who would play Dolos. I think Blaze should play Dolos.
Yeah, Blaze.
Shave his head and give him a freaking harness to let him float around in the air.
Then he'd really have to change his name to not Dolos in every Discord he's in.
Yeah. Okay, let me think. Let me think. Who would play Dolos besides Blaze? I think
Ideally,
Blaze would kick it out. I don't think he would do it.
it's no longer possible, but ideally, Robin Williams should be Dolos. Man, that would thrill me.
Yeah.
All the snarky lines and the
Maybe someone will have the time to digitally go back through all of his movies and take all of his words, replace them all, and combine them together, edit it so that it sounds like he's actually doing the role.
Anthony Hopkins.
That sounds like it would almost be right.
Daniel says Blaze. Right on. Dirty.
Yeah, I mean Blaze is the obvious first choice, but he's just not an actor. That's all. Man, he would be a hard cast.
Al Pacino. Nice, Sarge.
Al Pacino.
You know.
I got this orb. You can have this orb.
You want a piece of me? You think you got what it takes? I don't know if I could do a good Al Pacino.
Danny Katz says Danny DeVito, but actually John Polito would probably be better.
Justin Bateman.
Have you ever seen Miller's Crossing?
I thought that said Jason Bateman for a second, and I was like, huh? How would that work?
I don't know who Justin Bateman is. I know Justine Bateman.
Christopher Walken.
At that point, you might as well go with Shatner. Is Shatner still alive?
Yeah, he is.
No Mad Cow yet, or Mad Cow hasn't gotten him yet.
I love Mad Cow. I love that series just because of Mad Cow. All the shit he did, they go, Mad Cow.
Oh, I mean, speaking of that series, James Spader might be a good Dolos.
He's busy being
I do a pretty good James Spader impression. I
Serious.
love that guy.
Can't put that out there and not do it.
Yeah.
Well, let me read something. South Gate had a stream of wagons entering, and I overheard someone say this happens every Sunday. There were people everywhere. Some just sat on the ground where they were and rolled out a blanket to sell their items. Around the open square market were the local merchants with permanent shops and tradespeople taking custom orders. Overall, it was overwhelming for me, and the jostling wore my patience thin. I did not want to cause problems, so I aimed directly for the south gate. If it wasn't for the extra shoulders increasing my height, I'd never have found the gate. What do you think?
That is awesome.
That's current him more than young him.
Mm-hmm.
The Raymond Reddington him.
Oh yeah, the Reddington for sure, man. That's where I get all this stuff. Is Reddington.
Totally.
Come on, Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa, that would be hilarious.
Bonnie's like, no, I don't want to be attracted to Dolos.
No, he'd be like, I'm trying to think of who he would play better in that series.
I agree with Sarge though. Jason Statham.
Jason
Dolos.
Statham as Dolos?
Yes.
Well, he's got the shaved head. He's got the attitude. I can't for the life of me think of the MC's names now. The dual MCs. It just went right out of my head.
South Gate had a stream of wagons entering, and I overheard someone say this happens every Sunday. There were people everywhere. Some just sat on the ground where they were and rolled out a blanket to sell their items. I don't know.
Oh,
I've never tried him.
how about Sean Connery as Dollops?
Sean
Come on.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Yeah.
Have you seen those SNLs where they do Sean Connery on the Celebrity Jeopardy, and he's always making fun of Trebek?
Oh, dude, that's one of my favorite things in the world.
That kills me with Colin Farrell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anal bum cover.
That's not what your mother said last night, Trebek.
he's always on Trebek's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw a clip of that with Tom Hanks playing dumb.
I saw that one too. That was Black Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that the one? Is that the one you're talking about?
They were doing categories like states that end in Hampshire.
My favorite part is that's how they get you.
I love that they're just shocked. They're just like, yes, that's right. That's right. And then he goes to shake his hand. He's like, oh, no, it's okay. I won't shake your hand. Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So Momoa could play probably either Jason or.
Sinful Wound. He said Dave Navarro as Dolos. Yes, you win. You win the internet for tonight.
All right.
You win the internet, Sinful Wound.
Covered in tattoos.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the guitarist for Jane's Addiction.
Ah, yes.
He also hosts one of the Tattoo Master shows. I forget which one.
And again, I don't want to be attracted to Dolos. Fuck.
How about Dave Bautista?
Oh, that'd be a good. He'd be a good one.
He's the big dude in the space movie
Guardians of the
Galaxy. Yeah, he plays big. I can't. Peter Dinklage. That's a good one.
That would be good.
Seeing as how all those guys are about to be unemployed. Drax, yeah. Dave Bautista plays Drax.
Yeah.
Yep.
I couldn't believe I blanked on that. I'm so excited that they got James Gunn back for that third.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, so here. Oh, no, that's a spoiler. I can't say anything. Sorry. was going to ask a question. I didn't want to ruin it for you.
For a spoiler for
For Endgame. Yeah, I was going to ask a question
yeah.
about the next
go ahead.
Guardians out.
Can't do it. Can't do
Okay,
it.
so do you think what do you think Thor's gonna be doing with the Guardians, or is he not gonna be doing anything anymore?
Oh man, I hope he's in the next Guardians.
I do too.
He's so
I
great.
saw a really funny meme about people going, finally, I get to go to cosplay as Thor, and I finally have a Thor body. So that was fantastic. I was like, yeah, that's right. A lot of guys are going to be like, sweet, I can now be a superhero. Walk in with their big giant beer gut. Okay, come on back, Dave. Come on back.
Randy Orton?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, he's another wrestler, I guess.
That explains why I don't know.
Another
Okay,
wrestler.
so since we were talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, who wants them to reinstitute
Prima Nocta?
Fire?
Firefly. Dude, it's too late. All the actors are a million years old now.
Well, it could be Firefly 10 years later.
It'll be Firefly in
20
an old
years.
folks' home. They're all at least 60.
Damn. That was like my favorite show.
I know, man.
Next to Big Bang Theory is my absolute favorite show, but Firefly is right up there.
It's so funny that Big Bang Theory has done as well as it has, considering it's like geek and nerd and science culture, and yet it appeals. Like my dad, who's 67 years old, watches that show religiously and loves it. And I'm like, when I found that out, I was like, are you serious? Wow.
Big part of that is Kaylee Cuoco's wardrobe. I mean, let's be honest. The boobies.
It could be, and I didn't want to have that thought in my head, but thank you. Now that thinking my dad watches that because of Katie Courico, that's not great.
Yeah, that's my Bazinga, man. That's I love that show.
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh yeah, New Hades. He likes Katie, I guess. Kaylee.
Oh, don't get me started on that Sonic trailer. That animation for Sonic is just friggin' killing me.
Sonic as Dolos.
Sonic is toast.
Ahegao face Sonic as Dolos.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so anyway, guys, let's see, what time is it? It is 10:20. I think that I probably need to get going. I had a really good time partying with you guys. Steve, thank you for being my other in the narration.
I was very grateful to get a chance to play around with you. That's awesome. I was going to say play with you, but that sounded weird.
Yeah, please don't say that in public. And thank you, Dave and Bonnie, for being our backup singers.
One last toast to the band.
One last toast. Let me pour a little bit out
Yeah,
here.
I think about half the people in chat have also been banned, so there's a good number of us here.
I'm sure. To being rejected.
To the band.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Tink.
I love you guys. If you like this video, please say so with your thumbs, or subscribe to the Sound of Theater Live YouTube channel. Go become a member of the Facebook group, this one or the Gamelet Society, if you haven't already. And go pick up Dark Elf 2. It just came out. It's like literally still warm out of the oven. So
soft and tasty.
Oh, gooey,
Nom, nom, nom,
chocolatey,
nom, nom.
melty. Oh.
Sign up for the Sound Booth Theater Live newsletter too. That's
Yes.
important information that comes out every month.
2 weeks, every 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And when things like this happen, crazy drama things happen, and we want to let people know, hey, you should come to the party. So.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everybody, and I will see you all again sometime soon.